At the first sight, they probably would not know that I'm deaf. Maybe because of my long hair or because of my speech, you wouldn't think that I'm actually deaf. So I have a cochlear implant. I have a magnet inside my head. So when this connects to the magnet inside my head, that's when I can hear. So if I take them both off, I hear nothing at all.
I have glue ear, which is, you've not actually got glue in your ear, it's when you've got liquid that stops sounds from your hearing. So like if you didn't hear one letter properly, it could change the full effect of the word, and it does kind of affect how you're learning a bit. Sometimes I feel scared to put my hand up and say, Miss, I don't know what we're doing again.
I came aware that my hearing was at different levels to others when I was 6 years old. When I went to primary school, I had a teaching assistant and I'd have these hearing aids, and I used to think that I was different than everyone else. And I thought I was abnormal. I had abnormal difficulties.
I'm sure other deaf children do feel lonely because they don't have anyone to relate their problems with. Some situations are when we're in group settings and we're all talking and I may not understand what someone says, and if I ask them to repeat, please can you repeat that continuously, then I have like seen some agitation or some frustration, and sometimes that puts you off and that brings your confidence down a bit.
I was bullied from year 2 to year 5. So then I used to go home and just write in my diary. I used to put today I didn't have a good day at school because this girl had been bullying me, and because I didn't have the best hiding places in my room. I used to hide it under my pillow, but I knew that's where everyone keeps the diaries. And then rip the pages out because then I knew my mum would check my diary, so I'd rip them out and just keep them safe. And just hide the actual papers.
When I was younger, there was holes made in my ears to prevent infections, to reduce infection rate, and as a result of this, water is able to go into my ears, into the brain, and if water goes into my brain, then I could die. When I was 9 years old, I went to swimming with school, and this was one of my very first times, and I started swimming, and once I got into the deep end, I had rubber grommets where you put into your ears to prevent water from getting to your brain. When I started swimming, I went halfway through. It was in the middle of 1.8 metres. And once I got to the middle, then one of my grommets fell out and went to the bottom. And I tried signalling to the lifeguard that I can't swim anymore because I've got my grommets gone down, and she started shouting at me, carry on swimming. And I tried to explain to her in the middle of water where if water goes into my ears, I can die. And at that time, I wasn't very confident, so I had to try and swim without getting water in my other ear. Once I got to the other side, that's when I told her. And then I was very upset as well. And then ever since then, I am from 9 years old to about 15. I wouldn't go swimming because I felt that it would happen to me again.
I left it for a bit because you don't get confident straight away. And then I just went to her and told her that she can't boss me around anymore. You need to stop bullying because it's not nice. And how would you feel if I bullied you? I've not always been brave. When I was little, I always used to be really shy and everything. Still a bit shy now, but I'm braver.
I play football on Fridays. I play football with my cousins. I live and eat football. With football, I tend to analyse things. I have like a sixth sense where I can analyse things and predict when someone's going to ask for the football, and then I'd pass it to them. In my football team, I joined. They were giving another expression where you're deaf, so you shouldn't be really be here. You should be taking other lessons. However, I've just found a group, and it's a team full of deaf players that are willing to play football. They're happy, and they know what I'm going through.
In the future, I would love to be an optometrist, which is basically an optician, and like an eye doctor, which is something that's got me a bit anxious about, really, because people think deaf is dumb. Deaf, you can't do anything, you can't have a career. They think that you're not capable of anything, but we actually are. It's just a flaw that's in us, but you shouldn't let it affect you, and you should just move on and try to lead a normal life.